It's flat. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, I'm sorry all you Sprite fans out there, but I would rather drink Adam's Ale rather than drinking predominantly flat Sprite. Anyway, welcome to the channel! Greetings, groovy people! I'm the self-proclaimed Blue Dragon. And this week, I'm going to be doing a Pride Month video for my character Kanna, who is one of the main characters of Dark Horse, my free, not safe for work webcomic. Links are down in the description. Comic's always going to be free, unless you want to buy a hard copy or if you want to support through buying digital copies. Anyhow, this week, I wanted to do a Pride celebration for this month. I do something every year, but I've pretty much hit upon most of my characters, except for Kanna, who I haven't really gotten too into regarding like her sexual orientation or identification or anything like that. She's pretty much just run-of-the-mill white girl. I say that, it's not as a derogatory term. But I've been kind of, I've been waffling back and forth on whether or not I want her to be ace or not, which for those of you who aren't in with the lingo, ace is asexual, they're not interested. This is very broad generalizations, but not particularly interested in having sexual relations. Doesn't necessarily mean that they don't want to connect with people or have relationships that are non-sexual, but some people who are ace are just not, interested in sex. And so I was kind of thinking about that for Kanna, because the more I write this character, the more I feel it would be in line with her view, with her personality. Of course, at the beginning of the story, which I wrote a long time ago when I was in early college, I do kind of have her giggling over boys, giggling over Oshin when he first makes his appearance in Act 1. But, even that, there are people who oftentimes will go along with stuff like that and maybe are not too particularly interested. It's one thing to giggle over someone. It's another to actually, want to do something more. So I've been just kind of debating with myself on how I want her story arc to end. And I don't want to talk too much about that in this video because, of course, spoilers, but also I haven't really gotten to the end. Like, I have the outlines and I have like an end goal in mind for the entire series, not just Dark Horse, but all the series that follows. I have at least 3 successional stories planned for this group of characters. Is that a word? It is now, I guess. Sorry. I haven't really fully decided what her arc is going to be, but I do have her kind of opposite of another character in the story. Kanna, okay, so Rhina and Kanna are the main characters, and Kanna is one of Rhina's best friends. But Rhina's other best friend, who we were just introduced to in Act 9 Battle Royal, or if you were reading over on Comic Fury, I forget, I think it was all part of Opposition because it was a really long chapter. But Kanna and Mia are almost polar opposites, and I did that intentionally in the story. We will learn later, and I'll probably do a Pride Month video for Mia, but we'll learn later that Mia is very outgoing, similar to Rhina, but she's also, as she gets older, she and Rhina discover that they're more than just friends. They actually have feelings for each other. And so Mia, at some point, I will do a Pride Month video for her because Mia is actually homosexual, whereas Kanna is very, very different in that she's very straight-laced. She is quite often shown with her rosary because she is raised Catholic. And again, no spoilers on anything regarding her, or, I do know where she will kind of end up in the future, but just completely very different upbringing and very different personality from Mia. But I'll do more on Mia in a later video because as she becomes, she'll eventually be a main character, and she's going to be fairly complex. But I don't really want to give any spoilers regarding that. But as the story goes on, I'm really feeling like I feel it would make the most sense for her to be Ace, because she's really not particularly interested in anyone sexually. And then the things that happen in the story, I mean, you know, being... Not saying that you can't be born Ace, of course. Obviously, there are people who know right from the get-go that they are not interested in people sexually. But just the things that happen with Kanna, I feel, lend themselves to her living a life that's less interested in having a sexual relationship and more interested in... Well, just not interested in sex. You know, there are people, wow, what can I just say that? Some people are not interested in sex, believe it or not. Gosh. Okay, what the heck is going on with her breasts? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do like a... I had this idea, I sketched this when I got home one evening. I just really liked the idea of this pose. And I want this image of her to be happy because... You know, there's, I think, a lot of times just stereotypes that people who are not interested in a relationship are just sad and depressed, and they aren't a whole person without having another person attached to them. And maybe that can be the case if you don't have anyone that you found that you can connect with, but I also think that it's good to kind of break that mold of stereotype, because there are plenty of people who are just happy with just having friends and not even, you know, getting into like the whole relationship game. They're fulfilled just having friends and not necessarily having a relationship. And I think that, you know, that's perfectly fine and healthy so long as you're happy and, you know, living life, you know, the way you want. If she does end up going that way, I want to make sure that people know that it's her choice and she is perfectly happy with it. And I want that to be kind of portrayed in a positive light, I guess is what I'm saying. But that was kind of something that I wanted to do with this. Is that looking okay? Is it even looking like Kanna? She's got kind of a rounded face. Like whenever I do Rhina, her cheekbones are a little more pointy. So if we had like Rhina here, this is not a very good drawing, but her nose is a little pointier. I'm so nasally today. I honest to God think that I must just have allergies or something. I haven't had them like forever, but like I've just got this eternal nasal thing going on now. I think that I must have allergies. That must be the deal. But anyway, as I was saying, when it comes to Rhina, oh shit, what am I doing with Kanna's eyelashes? That's part of the problem. But yeah, like Rhina is more like, she's got these, this pointed chin and cheekbones. And then her little pointy eyelashes. I love to give Rin the cat face, the mischievous cat face. But then Kanna, she's got kind of a slightly more rounded cheekbone area. And then her eyelashes are also kind of rounded to kind of complement that. Oh, I'm going to totally give her a stripy dress. She's going to have... Oh, wait. Yeah, let's give her a stripy dress. So this story starts in the 90s. The late 1990s, early 2000s. Why the hell am I drawing Rin? I'm supposed to be drawing Kanna. But I want this skirt to be kind of blowy. Ooh, ooh. Okay, if your hands are behind your back, what the hell does that look like? I need a reference! Don't be ashamed. I've talked about it before. Don't be ashamed to use references, but I'm not going to in this video. Because I'm a hypocrite. Not really. Well, yeah. Everyone's a hypocrite to a degree, I guess. But actually, it's because I'm lazy. Okay, so how would her other hip be? Let's put it there. We're not going to see any of this stuff that's underneath her skirt, but it's really good to kind of like have the, for me, it helps me figure out the structure of the drawing and where to put things. You know what I mean? Okay, what kind of stripes do we want? Ooh, okay, I'm gonna flip it, okay. Okay, she's, you can't really see it. Oh, well, you can kind of see it there. Okay, that eye needs to go down a little bit, and her head needs to be a little bit more rounded there. Or her bangs, I should say, need to be a little bit more rounded. I used to be part of this forum board, Manga Tutorials. It's now defunct, but I still talk to like a handful, well, one person primarily, but a couple people from the board are still around. And sometimes we'll watch movies together online because we're all in different parts of the world. But I remember this was back when I was first trying to learn how to draw manga and anime, hence joining the forum boards. And I remember I got really good advice from someone regarding hair on a character that I'd drawn. Because I used to do this with my bangs like a lot of new artists do. So Kanna, when I would draw her bangs, it would be like this. But they just gave me the simple suggestion. They said flat out, it looks like this has just been slapped onto her head. So one way to make it look more connected to the rest of her hair was to not connect these lines. Now obviously it's not like a hard and fast set rule, but that was something that they and this is obviously a really shitty sketch, but that was something that a better artist than I am suggested to me, and I think it really improved how I draw my characters. Okay, Kanna's nose is kind of long, and it goes like that. Another difference, Rin's nose kind of goes up and points like that, but Kanna's nose goes more like that. So these are kind of things that I think about when I'm trying to draw my character. So I'm going to get rid of that underlying. I think her butt is maybe just a tiny bit too large for how I normally draw her. Larger rumps are perfectly fine. I've got a large rump, but it's not really what her character design looks like. Actually, that's not. I think that's looking okay. Now, let's see here. Is she a sandals kind of chick? Would she really wear sandals? She might wear cute little strappy sandals. But she's not like a Birkenstock chick. Oh, I know what I want her sandals to look like. I want her to have like these cute... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. What the hell am I doing? I want her to have these cute little ribbons. Ooh, that'll be so cute. You can't see. You can't see. I'll try to zoom in with the camera. What is going on with that calf, lady? So I'm actually going to be making this drawing be the wallpaper for June for my patrons at the $10 level, I think is what they're at. And then, like I said, in the background there's going to be a flag for Ace. This is the channel you come to when you want to see a shit artist and feel good about yourself. Sorry. I just remember, like, that's exactly like what the voice actress sounded like in Hearts on Ice was the It was great. I love it. I love the shit out of that. I have a love-hate relationship with the way things used to be dubbed back in the day. On one hand, it was quite often very shitty dubbing. On the other hand, it was fucking hilarious. I don't know. I don't know. It's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. But I mean, we don't get shit like, you know, Spoony Bard and All Your Base Are Belong to Us anymore because the translators tend to be usually a little bit better, I would think. Okay, groovy. Dude, I still didn't fix that bloody eye. I'm gonna actually, you know what? This eye is the one that needs to be lifted. Let's lift her eyes a little higher. There. Okay, after that abrupt transition, we're gonna quickly color this. I'm gonna have this, like, all of it time-lapsed. I actually thought I was still recording, but the camera shut off for some reason. I don't know why. We'll just do the color of this image very, very fast, but we're gonna go with the Ace colors for the stripes on her shirt. They're not gonna look great. I'm a crap artist here. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I think I'm getting better, but, you know, I'm still trying. I still got a lot of learning to do. Stripes probably would have looked better if I just inked them on, but I didn't want to do it that way, so I didn't. And then at the very end of this very, very, very fast clip, I go ahead and save it as 2 different sizes because I offer 2 different sized wallpapers to patrons at the $10 level or higher. And that's it. That's my June Pride Month video. But yeah, so I've done a couple different videos in the past, and so this year that's why I decided to finally do one with Kanna. And this isn't like set in stone yet. I've been flirting with this idea of making her be Ace because really it kind of makes sense for this specific character. I mean, we don't really see it so much in the story itself at this point, but she, even before everything happens with Casima and all that, you know, she's raised by fairly strict Catholics, and she was contemplating possibly going into a nunnery at one point when she was, like, you know, young and going through catechism. But I haven't really, again, decided yet what I think her natural, like, inclination will be as the story progresses, if that makes sense. I don't know if she'll still go into a nunnery or if she's just gonna be Ace because she's Ace. I don't know. I haven't made a decision on that, let's put it that way. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you have a happy Pride Month. I'll be back with another video next week. Peace and love. Fare you well. And keep on trucking.